Hey everybody, Jason here from GenusCocopelli.com or CTCouponLady.com. A while back I had posted on Facebook asking what you wanted me to post about for organizational tips. One of them was organizing crafting items. I'm not a crafter, but I do love office supplies, as weird as that may sound. So this video is going to show you how I organize my office supplies, and this will pretty much work for any type of crafting supplies as well. You just really have to think outside the box on how you organize things. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm showing you is a bathroom shelf and a dresser. A very beat up dresser. This is where I store my office supplies. Eventually I will paint the dresser white to match, and hopefully maybe get something other than a bathroom shelf to hold the stuff that's on top of the dresser. But it works for now, and it's just being repurposed because there is no room in the bathroom for the shelf. So instead of it collecting dust, I'm repurposing it for this. So the first thing is I still have the dividers in the bathroom shelf. I store my computer paper here along, my white paper, my colored paper. Over to the right I have composition notebooks, and my Staples catalog. In the center I have a hanging file folder that I bought from Target. And this actually only holds two file folders. Actually there's three, but that shouldn't be in there. One that reads file and one that reads shred. This is where I put everything right away so that it's not cluttered on the kitchen table, the kitchen counter, a end table in the living room, or even on your desk. I don't like clutter on my desk. I don't work very well with a cluttered desk, so that's why my desk is usually cleared off of everything. So just by having this alone, I can just shove everything in there, and then once a week I take everything out, file it into the file cabinet, and shred what I need to shred at the end of the week. And I just did this today, that's why there's nothing in here. Alright, so now we're just going to go to the top drawer. So this is where I house all of my little things. This black tray I purchased from Target when I first moved to Mass. It was, I want to say, around probably $7, but if you're lucky you can probably maybe find it cheaper elsewhere. It just holds your basics office supplies, pens, pencils, erasers, sticky notes. Now, moving on with the whole repurposing of items, the 6 boxes that you see here are actually old checkbook boxes that I used in here, which actually fit perfectly in the dresser that I'm using. It houses my Sharpie markers, my regular permanent markers, stapler, staples, extra tape, my tape dispenser, which isn't in right now, which is because it's being used in another part of the house, my highlighters, and some miscellaneous stuff. So this is just going outside the box, no pun intended, and just using stuff you already have. If you have, 3 boxes of checks that you have unopened, remove those checks, put them in a tin, like I've done here. This is actually a repurposed tin that I got from Christmas, which had cookies in it. And my address labels, my checkbook, and the rest of the checks that I have are all in here, stored nicely, and I know where everything is when I need to mail out a check for something. Another thing is I got this little holder from the Dollar Tree, so that only cost me $1. And then another thing I used was this box here. It's actually from Vista Print, great company by the way. It held my business cards and now it's holding my cleaning supplies for my Apple, MacBook Pro, iPod, iPhone, which I can clean the screens and stuff with. So that's just a quick overview of how I store the small stuff. Now the next drawer doesn't really have much storage using stuff, but I have my envelopes here. I have a bunch of envelopes, and I just took an old box to store hanging file folders, regular manila folders, big Avery labels that won't fit up top, and then my page protectors, which I actually have inside another folder because this way they're easier to grab when I need to use them. And then this little box here was just a manual paper shredder. You actually had to crank it to shred the paper. So since I got an automatic, an electric paper shredder, I just took the top off, but kept the container to use for whatever I needed. And this is all my extra binders, pens and pencil cases. And the bottom holds pretty much all my media stuff. Let's see here. These boxes, which I can't really take out, that you see that holds all the blank DVDs and CD cases. These are actually from work. When we get sunglasses from shipment, they usually come in these boxes, and once the box is empty, they usually just throw them out. So I just grabbed some. I might actually grab some more to use maybe on the top shelf to get rid of some of the smaller ones, but we'll see. Just repurposing a bin here that was lying around, and then this container, this fancy one, which used to house my DVDs because they used to be in the paper sleeves over here. This was from Target. This one was kind of pricey, but right now it holds my extra camera stuff. So that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you can get the idea. It's just really going around your house and looking for things that you can store stuff in. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do this. And since everything is in the drawers, it doesn't really matter what it looks like inside. As long as everything's in its own container, that's all that really matters. I just want to point out that maybe in the next week or two I will have another video posted. This one for a household notebook binder management system, however you want to name it. And there will also be a giveaway for that with that video, so stay tuned. So be sure to check out GinasCocopelli.com for that video, and make sure you visit Gina's Cocopelli for all your couponing needs and free offers and all that. Until next time, bye-bye.